Hey guys, and welcome to round 9 of the SBL. The battles we have for you this week are the Fishiest Fiends with Grass versus the Pink Ponytail Club with Fire, and Team Awesome with Normal versus the Nary Ninetails with Water. Hey guys, and welcome back to the SBL. We are in week 9 now. We're getting to the crunch end of the season. I have Andrew back with me again.
Hey everyone, welcome back.
And we've got a big one for us today. We have Nick Neg with Grass versus Non-Applicable with Fire. A very, in theory, one-sided matchup.
Yeah, it looks tough for Nick. Definitely looks tough.
Yes, I mean, we know it wasn't filmed, but we do know that when Grass came up against Flying, Talonflame almost completely destroyed his team single-handedly.
Yeah, the priority air slash, I believe,
I
was
believe it
very
was.
hard to deal with.
And there is a Talonflame right there.
Yep. I mean, if you see something that works, you might as well yoink that idea.
I mean, there's no reason not to. Um, okay, this is going to be interesting. I'm seeing a Whimsicott and a Cottony.
Yep, he
He
clearly wants the priority something. I'm not sure what, but
he did mention he was going to try and see if it worked, and he has done it. So,
I call this bring your kid to work day when you do that.
oh, of
You
course
got
you do.
the I think I stole that, but
I mean, yes,
I
I mean,
like it.
there's also a Volcarona and Iron Moth on the other side. So you know.
Yeah, that's more like cousins or something, but close enough.
Now, the funny thing I'm looking at here, and I think it's Alex. I think he can back me up on this. I made a point of Nick having to deal with ground later, as in the later round, and
Yeah,
I mentioned Camerupt. There is
yeah.
a Camerupt on the screen.
This is not what you expect most of the time to see camera up, especially going against grass when you have so many fire options. But I mean, I'm willing to see
I can't
the
wait.
craziness. I'm
I want to see the
excited.
camera up. I want to see the camera up pop off.
Assuming mega, because why would you
If
not?
it's I would assume Mega. Yes, I don't think it wouldn't be sheer force. From a camera, Mega camera up does hurt a lot.
Yeah, and speaking of, I guess mega septile probably on the other side, because then you're only neutral
Would make
damage.
sense. Going into a fire team, you're not worried about a nice type move, so
Yeah, so you
I
can take neutral
guess
hits from fire
Walking Wake
moves.
is there. All
Yeah,
right, let's start her up.
yeah, and let it roll.
So
Uh,
leads
I mean, Talonflame, that
Volcarona.
doesn't seem like a bad. Yeah, even to be honest, like 5 out of 6
Yeah,
Mons, everything but Camerupt I could see as like a pretty solid lead. I mean, Camerupt, I don't know what to expect from it. So
on Nick's side, I mean, you would expect one of the Prankster Mons possibly,
yeah, if he's trying to set
or
something up with that
an Ogapon, I guess.
screens, priority screens, I think they could probably do.
Yeah, I mean, Ogapon's just good into this entire team, so
Yeah, and you've got sturdy, so you at least
yeah.
live one hit there.
Oh, sorry, I say it's good into
Unless,
the entire team, but Camerupt. Oh no,
yeah,
Ground does not resist. No, ground resists rock.
it does.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it'd
so
be
it's only
neutral,
neutral.
but still, it is a camera art.
It is
I,
still a Camerupt, correct?
yeah, I'm very curious to see
I
what
mean, Camerupt
comes from
is
it.
I do love myself some Mega Camerupt, some
Hmm.
Maxie's Camerupt with the M on his forehead, but or her forehead in this situation.
Yeah,
But we'll
I
see where
guess
this goes.
Tusk is obviously good to have as your captain in this scenario.
Yes, definitely. Being able to just click Headlong Rush into almost
Yeah,
anything except
and
Talonflame.
that's probably deterred non-applicable from bringing the sun in this scenario.
Oop. So it's Pawn versus Ace. Okay.
Okay, did he name that inflammable?
He's named it Inflammable, yes.
Does that not mean the same as flammable? I'm pretty sure
It's
it's one of those terms.
is it one of those two? I think you might be right, actually.
I don't know if he did that as a joke or if he thought it meant non-flammable, but that's pretty funny.
Okay, Spiky Shield into the U-turn. That's a
Good,
good
good.
play.
Yeah. Scout, take a little chip, break any sashes.
Well, now you have to wonder if you just go for do you go for a U-turn again? Do you risk being outsped? Actually, I don't think you can be outsped. I think the only
No,
point is
probably not, because he
Ooh,
doesn't get an item. Or besides the signature item, I mean, that. Oof. Yeah, that's a big hit.
yeah, that's not helpful. So what do you go
Rock not
into?
resisting bug is really quite annoying, isn't it?
As you would know.
It just seems like it should, but yeah, what do you go into? Probably one of your maybe Iron Moth here. Try and
Well,
get a
you've got
fiery
to. I think
dance boost.
you've got to expect a ivy cudgel coming in, a rock type ivy cudgel.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm I'm thinking end of the
You think
turn.
it's actually
He
end of
hasn't
turn? Yeah.
Nick hasn't got a chance to attack yet. Yeah, well maybe this is where you go to camera up.
Or wake.
Yeah, still still water dragon type at this point, so those are probably the two.
That is the
And
moth.
he does, but he goes moth. Okay, and he's
It's sash
sash.
moth.
Okay,
Okay, that makes a lot of
yeah.
sense.
Well, if he gets a fiery dance boost here, that's not a bad. Oh, and the quick attack, very
I
very sneaky by
forgot
Nick. I like
about
that.
that. He does bring quick attack on this guy
This is
quite a
good. He's
bit.
getting some value out of this. It looked like a rough start taking such a huge hit from the U-turn, but he's definitely gotten.
I mean, he's taken 25% or just about 25% off the Cinderella's just from spiky shields. He's taken out completely the mon that he's fought. Oh, hello.
And he's preserving it for later, so we could even see
Flam
some
applicable.
more
He's
come out
called
of
this.
that. Okay,
Okay.
I'm seeing a theme.
Yeah. This is his naming scheme. I know last week he named them. Named all his team 6 letters of the phonetic alphabet.
I did not even notice that one.
It was a wrestling reference.
Ah, okay. So once again, non-applicable. Taking time to consider these U-turn switches, and we do see the Talonflame. So I guess technically Gale Wings would outspeed Prankster in this scenario because Talonflame's just naturally going to be faster.
Yeah, in this scenario, definitely. There's the dual wing beat,
And
and
that
then it goes down.
seems to be the thought process. Don't let the Cottony get anything off.
Well, the dual wing beat here is also going to help if, let's just say he does go into Whimsicott here, and it's Sash Whimsicott. We're going to get the dual wing beat's
Yeah,
going to go off and hit them both. So
yeah, dual wing beat, pretty solid choice here. The only downside is a possible miss.
applicably flam.
Applicable by. Okay.
Nick, do we need to have a conversation? Are you okay, buddy?
It's hard to think of good nicknames every week when you're using different ones. Like,
I mean, this is why I just have set nicknames for set mons because
yeah,
they're the names I use in general.
but still, that's more than 1,000 ones to think of a nickname for.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong. Ooh, upper hand.
Upper
Sceptile
hand.
gets upper hand.
Okay, okay, I like this.
That's clever. Ooh. I
I
didn't know
am,
that thing got upper hand. That's really cool.
yeah.
He's named the camera up Nuke Nick Neg. Oh, these nicknames are just.
A literal nickname.
Oh, god damn it, Andrew.
Anyway,
I
taking
left
over
that
while
open. I left that
Hayden
open.
recovers from that. We're going to see a mega of evolution, I would assume.
I would
Mega
assume
versus
so,
mega.
yes. There's the camera up into Earthquake, yep. And there
Oh,
it goes.
and never mind, we do not get to see
Oh.
what was behind that.
Oh, I'm sad. I wanted to see camera up. I mean, the problem with
Yeah,
camera up is it's so slow. It has
yeah.
such minimal base speed that it's just
You really need
unless
some
you
kind of
can,
screen support or something to be able to do anything with that, I
yeah,
think. Or
pretty much,
webs.
yeah. I mean, it's base 20 speed.
Yeah, okay, even webs is not helping you that much.
I mean,
Maybe
look,
if you,
its defenses are decent, but not when it's
yeah,
taken that hit from a Mega Sceptile.
if you brought it into a stall team or something like that, maybe you'd be able to get some
Yeah,
damage off, but
yeah,
not in a fast-paced meta like this.
no.
And Nick is doing surprisingly well for this type matchup. Upper hand was pretty solid because now Gale Wings is not in play because
And it was guaranteed
it's
to
taken some
go
shit.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, but there it goes. That's the thing. You can do some crafty play, but can you overcome a very,
Can you
very,
overcome all of Grass's weaknesses?
yeah, very sort of one-sided type matchup,
Yeah.
as we said?
I mean, not applicable has literally brought three mons that are both of its stab typings are super effective into grass.
Hmm.
And then you have a Libero mon that changes its typing to become
Yeah,
stab into grass.
yeah. The only thing that didn't have a type to hit, well, that didn't have all its types hit across super effectively would be the camera up there. But that's
Yeah.
gone now anyway, so. Uh, and now we're talking about rolls.
There's non-flammable. Okay.
Okay, yes.
Tailwind gets set up. Okay, that's a
It does, to
free
be honest, it
tailwind.
looks like the most flammable of the whole team, so these names are fantastic. I'm liking them.
I mean, hey, if it works, it works, you know?
So, with the tailwind up, I do think the Great Tusk could definitely do some solid work,
Yeah.
especially if he's running Head Smash.
Yeah, certainly possible. That would help deal with the Talonflame, or if it's just Rock Slide
Yeah, and the Volk as well.
and the
Yeah,
Volk,
Rock
yeah.
Slide could be an option too, but those tailwind turns are limited, so
Correct, yeah. Okay, there's the Terrifier, sets up the light screen
light
into
screen.
Hurricane.
Wow,
Ooh,
that's
there's the
that's a
confusion.
big hit even through a light non-stab Hurricane, and it's still doing that much.
We are down to non-applicable with 2 minutes remaining. And Nick on
Now we
four
get a
minutes
few
remaining.
quick switches coming in there.
And now the Tusk is flammable, apparently. I mean, not entirely surprising, but, we'll see how it goes.
And now, does it take good advantage of this tailwind? We'll have to see. I feel like you have to just go for a kill with this because
You're on the
otherwise you
last
might
turn of
get,
Tailwind.
yeah, and you could get wisped by
Yeah.
several members of this team.
Terragrass into Smackdown.
Smackdown, okay.
Ooh.
I
I'm
wonder if he,
loving the interesting choices coming out.
yeah, I wonder if he chose that purely for
Talonflame.
accuracy reasons
Well,
because
if he uses it on Talonflame, it's 4 times effective and then drops it to the ground, which means he can hit it with Headlong Rush.
yeah,
Because anything
if
is now weak to Headlong Rush.
I don't think the Talonflame is really taking any rock moves to be honest, but I think maybe it's just
Yeah.
for accuracy because some of those other moves are very questionable, like
No,
head
it's
smash, for
very
example.
much well known that any good rock move, there is no good offensive rock move that is 100% accurate
Until Gen 9, we do
until
have
Gen
a
9 with Mighty
Mighty
Cleave.
Cleave, but signature move.
Signature move, it's available only to Iron Boulder and I guess technically Smeargle.
Hmm. Yeah, these guys are really, really in the mind palace right now, trying to figure out the best plays here.
That light screen putting up so much work.
Yep.
Down goes the wake.
See, it's looking like it is 4-3 right now, but we do have significant chip on this, on the Ogre
Ogapon is
on
basically dead.
the Whimsicott's below half, I think.
If you can take out Cinderace, and you can get Meowscarada in before Volcarona sets up
Yeah, then you might
Equipidance,
be
then you might be able
you
to
might
get
be in a
there.
good spot.
Oh, not applicables with 60 seconds left. We're seriously running the clock down. It's starting to look like a U match. If we get to those final
Yeah.
like 10 15 seconds, I'm going to be looking at, hold on a second. What's Andrew doing here?
Well, I click eventually.
Yes, eventually. So
Meowscarada does get a rock move, but it's power gem, so not sure if that's necessarily the best given that it's a
you
physical
could run
attacker.
it, well, you could run the power gem just to turn it into a rock type and then use it as a, not exactly a mixed attacker, but if you run a special move on a physical mon, just to change its typing.
Hmm.
I mean, I've seen before with sometimes you just need to use that typing. What was it back in? I think it was Gen 7. Was it Gen 6 or Gen 7? Used to run Mat Block on Greninja just to make it a fighting type.
Yeah, I think I've seen people use spikes on Gren before as well to
Yep.
go ground just to be immune to some electric attacks.
I mean, you're also setting spikes with that situation, so it's not the
Yeah.
worst thing in the world. But yes, people used to use that just so that it would go through. And down goes
Okay.
Tusk.
U-turn really just destroying this team right now. It's very tough when you're weak to U-turn.
Correct, yeah. So is this Whimsicott comes in to set up? Yes, it is. Okay.
Yep.
But which screen do you set up, or do you just set up a Tailwind?
Hmm.
Because Whimsicott goes down.
Yeah, this is definitely looking like a last stand moment.
Or maybe not.
Whimsicott sets something up, and then we go to our other guys to try to break through. I think
Talonflame switching in.
something like Memento would be maybe
It would be
a
big.
good, yeah, because you get 2 turns of Tailwind.
Well, at this point, I think you're going to get 2 turns of Tailwind anyway. I find it unlikely this Talonflame is not... I find it unlikely that Talonflame will not take out the Whimsicott this turn.
Yeah, that's fair.
It just depends on what screen Whimsicott was to set up here. Nick down to his last 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think Ogapon under the Tailwind is kind of a massive threat, but you also have to consider Sucker Punch on Cinderace.
Correct, yeah.
And there's
Setting
mind
up...
games with spiky shit.
Oh!
Oh, opposing Tailwind.
Okay, yep. And now this is going to be... Well, my Tailwind's going to be up after yours is, which means I'm going
Yeah.
to guarantee the outspeed on Meowscarada.
And I assume the Whimsicott goes down here, so you're not going to get a Reflector. No,
Well, you
then
get a
again,
Reflector
yeah,
because of
yeah,
Prankster.
yeah, because it's not Prankster Gale Wings
Yeah.
anymore. It's just Prankster versus regular Dual Wing Beat.
So, I mean, the Reflect goes... If the Reflect goes up, the Dual Wing Beat...
Should
I
still
don't see it
kill,
living. Yeah.
but
And then do you risk going into Ogapon and then
I
letting
don't
that
think
thing go
so.
down? I think you just go straight Meowscarada.
Yeah, unless you're trying to stall out the Tailwind a bit with
Spiky
Spiky
Shield.
Shield, etc.
Yeah, it's not a bad call. Nick down to his last minute. We are down to the last 60 seconds for both players.
He's done well so far.
Keeping it at 3-3 with into fire when he doesn't have as much. I mean, I guess, Tusk is arguably the best thing he could have had into fire from his pool. And Mega Scepter. Oh, hello. Nick's down to 30 seconds. Into Volcarona. He
Yeah,
does
there
have
is
Memento. You
Memento.
called it. Well
Nice.
done.
Okay. yeah, the timer is getting low.
That timer is getting very low. He's got 15 seconds.
Here
Okay.
we go.
Flamscarada.
Flamscarada. Here it is.
Okay.
What do we just... I
I
feel
mean,
like Specs Power Gem could do something.
it could.
It's 80 something special attack. It's not the worst.
No,
81
it's not
special
got the
attack.
worst. What's Volcarona's special defense, though?
That's a good question.
Let's have a look. Volcarona. Volcarona's special defense is 105.
Yeah.
It is still 4 times effective. So
Yeah, exactly. And it'll be
And-
stab with the Protean.
yes. I mean, at this point, this Volcarona is probably switching because you do
Probably.
not. I don't see you wanting to stay in, and you'd have to click 2 quiver dances just to get back to neutral.
Hmm.
So he does go for. He actually does have the power gem, and it kills.
Yeah, I gotta assume
Wow.
it's Specs in that scenario.
Yeah, it has to be, right? $15 left. 10 seconds.
Oh, that's...
Hold on a second. 5 seconds.
Oh, shit.
No. Oh my god!
Oh, that's...
Wait, what?
That's rough.
It ends due to timer?
Okay.
Well, I set timers to exist in this one. I didn't actually expect it to go to that point.
Yeah, that's kind of a bit of a unsatisfying ending, you could say, because I really wanted to see how that was going to go there. The Talonflame and the Cinderace versus this, assuming this was Specs Meowscarada, it was a nail biter coming down to that
100%.
last few turns.
Okay, so the way that this works, because it's gone to timer, technically Nick has won this game.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that non-applicable did timeout, and what we did put timer on this as a specific thing for that reason. For anybody who's played VGC, it's the same as VGC. It's the same sort of situation of if you time out, then you've lost the game. But this is 2-2. Which means that this is a 0 differential win. There will be no change in differential.
I wonder if that has implications for the ladder.
It might.
Surely
It
for
honestly
Nick,
might.
I think non-applicable was pretty cut and dry in the playoffs, but
Well, non-applicable currently is at X1.
yeah,
This would now put him at X2. So I find it hard to believe. I mean, he's pretty safe for finals. I think it's
but-
now just going to be positioning.
yeah. Well, either way, I would take the win as Nick, even if you don't get
Yeah.
differential, because I don't know if he was making it through. It was coming down to the wire there, but
I mean, that's
what
why
have
you've
they
got to keep an
said
eye
in
on
the
your.
chat here.
Now you got to. Now
Cinderace.
this is exactly how you keep an eye. You got to keep an eye on your time.
Yeah.
You know, use your time as well as you can, but don't let it get down that low.
Yeah, and don't do what non-applicable said and tab out. Maybe have both your windows on the same screen, so
Yeah, no kidding.
don't lose track of the timer. Yeah, it's tough, but yeah, looking like according to the calcs, Cinderace would have done.
It was almost guaranteed to Tuco
Yeah,
the Meowscarada.
even as a rock type. Stealth saying rock is so ass. Well,
I mean,
feels
hey, look,
like it
this
should
is-
resist bug. That's exactly
I do agree.
what I said.
You are like, I mean, let's put it this way: you are the most decorated champion in this league, and there's a good chance you don't even hit finals at this point with Rock.
I don't think it's a good chance. I think it's a guaranteed chance.
No, it's not. You do still have a
Okay,
chance of making it.
there is a world, but I don't think it's likely. I think Marvin is too good, and I think he's got both of us pegged. I think he's making it through and leaving us in the dust.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? Um, well, speaking of, you will see my match with Marvin coming up later in this video. Um, but there is still a chance. You still got to play me in the final round.
Yes, this is true.
So it
Uh,
could literally come down to whoever wins out of us makes it to finals.
well, stay tuned for that one, I guess.
Yeah, that'll be. Well, we'll see if that one's what actually makes it onto the vid, but we'll see how we go with that.
Yeah, a couple of weeks from now, maybe. If not, we'll update you on the result anyway.
Oh, definitely. All right. Anything else to say, Andrew?
I am stunned at the timer, and I am impressed by some of these crafty sets that Nick brought. Well done.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I love some of
Also,
it's very
also
nice.
the opposing tailwind though. That was a good comeback kind of move from non-applicable there.
Yeah, keeping it up so you can cause yourself to outspeed even under your opponent's trick room. Trick room, tailwind. Don't mind me. I'm still flabbergasted over the timer win.
Yeah, we are losing our minds over here.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you very much. We will see you next week and enjoy the next one.
Catch you then.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the SBL. We're here with Week 8 action. I'm here with Battlebane, aka Tyler.
G'day. Excited to be
Um,
here and making my commentary debut.
yep, he's replacing Nick this week. I think it's actually Week 9, this one, not Week 8. But yeah, he's replacing Nick because Nick is in Sydney. So we've got a fresh voice in here for you. We've got Water versus Normal, which is quite an interesting matchup. I think this has massive finals implications as well. So anything interesting you see off the bat here, Tyler?
Toxapex always terrifies the out of me as a previous user of it. It's just so hard to deal with. Lopunny was probably guest lead, so
Yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah, that's a good lead there. I'm not sure what happened to Andrew's recording, but that's okay. It's just dropped out. Big fake out into a U-turn. Okay, that fake out did a lot of damage. Forgot how strong
Yeah,
Lopunny was.
Lopunny's just such a problem. And there's Toxapex just friggin' eating a stab return.
Yeah, no big deal. Just a Mega's stab 100 base power move.
Wild. That thing's such a problem. It's good for
Looks like
Marvin that it's not running Rocky Helmet.
yeah, it definitely is. Looks like Weirdeer and Heliolisk could deal with it, but I'm not sure what else could. I mean, maybe Slowking if you brought Psychic Stab.
Yeah, the Slowking's a good swap into it, especially if you can avoid a Toxic or something just by swapping it in.
Yeah, and then swapping it out again before you have to Terra.
Yep.
That would be ideal. Looking at Marvin's team, I mean, Sourcebuck is quite interesting. I like Sourcebuck. I think he wanted to debut it a couple weeks earlier. I think he wanted to debut it against Fire because it has chlorophyll, and I think it
Mm,
has high horsepower and like headbutt flinches and all that stuff. Anyway, into
yeah,
Weird Deal.
Weird is obviously here to deal with this thing.
That's was Rocky Helmet, so actually it might not have been. It might have been for the fighting types.
Mm. Yeah, Rocky
No,
Helmet's not something I would have expected on the Weird Air.
yeah, no Urshifu Rapid Strike is an interesting call into normal. Would have thought it was pretty good
Yeah,
here.
the thing's broken, but I guess you've got the Quick Wavel to sort of scratch that itch too.
Yeah, Keldeo for special fighting is always really good.
Mm.
Basculegion's a bit weird in this matchup. Maybe he was worried about normal stab, but Lopunny has Scrappy anyway. I don't think the other mons would really be running much normal, to be
Mm.
honest.
Yeah, Bastion Legions kind of strikes me as one of those mons that should be better than it is.
Yeah, it's got a very specific niche in that's like rain teams, and even then, Barrascuda and stuff is just better. It just doesn't work quite as well. Anyway, good switch there.
It's a nice switch.
Saw that coming.
The Protean mons have been such a problem this season.
Yeah, it's so annoying. The best one has been Dark's Meowscarada. I don't think that's died yet. It's got like 13 kills.
Yeah, wild.
Dark Pulse. That actually ate it pretty well there. That Slow King,
Mm.
considering.
I
Also
mean,
something
going
I just
Terra Normal is
noticed.
only going to help it there.
Yeah, something I just noticed is the Toxapex has Protect and not Baneful Bunker, which I find a little bit weird. Maybe he just forgot about Baneful Bunker.
You'd have to assume so. I can't really, unless he was worried about potentially Ursaluna and giving it guts.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know if Baneful Bunker protects from non-damaging moves either, because I mean, we were doing some prep earlier this season. And I used King Shield, and you were able to like Will-O-Wisp through it or something.
Yeah, that's
And I
true.
was very surprised by that. So maybe it's the same for Baneful Bunker. I'm not sure.
Mm.
Although there's not too many status conditions that hurt Toxapex, so
Yeah,
because
it can
it
pretty
can't
much
get
just
poisoned.
recover anything off.
Yeah,
And it's
here's
not it that really relies on speed.
here's the Basque Legion, Chilly Reception, and all that HP it just lost, it's going to get back.
Yeah, great captain choice by Marvin. Anything with Regenerate is just so handy to be able to switch in and out.
Yeah, and obviously Psychic Poison 4 times resisting your only weakness is pretty handy too.
Yeah.
Hasn't
Yeah,
got a
there
lot of
seems
heals,
to
but it's
be
not
that
strong.
the defensive captains have been the way to go so far this season. The offensive captains have sort of struggled with the terror because you're sort of always then prepared with something to hit that type.
Yeah, then it usually doesn't provide much coverage because your whole team is already that type.
Mm.
The only more offensive one I'd say that's been good is Volcanium, but that's very tanky in the first place.
Yeah, and covers the water weakness for Isha's ground team too.
Yeah, Fire Water is just such good dual stab when you already have ground. You can hit pretty much everything.
Yeah. Yeah,
This is
very experienced move from Ish in his debut season.
yeah. He could definitely make finals. I mean, he'll have to beat Nick, which is a tough matchup because Nick has grass and he has ground. But definitely could make finals in his first season. Wow, that flip turned it a lot.
Yeah, that crit is really big into the weird air because that's one less thing that can hit the Toxapex.
Yeah, that would have done probably 1/3 of that damage if it didn't crit because it's -1. What does he go into here? Probably, I mean, Quavel could start setting up with an Aqua Step here.
Yeah, if it gets an
Although,
Aqua Step kill and gets Moxie and speed, it's pretty dangerous from there.
yeah, although he does have switch-ins. He's got Sourcebuck and Tramper that resist it, but then they probably just die to close combat.
Mm. Especially
Um,
if the Aqua Jet's already the Aqua Step's already given the speed.
although Heliolisk gets dry skin, so it would just absorb it and it wouldn't get the speed boost. It would still be faster. But in my opinion, I think you still. I mean, Killer Watch was a good switch because you're a flying type still. But I think you still go Quavel there and just make him make the decision. Maybe just click
Mm.
close combat no matter what. Worst case scenario, you kill the weird deal because now it's still alive. Because you can't really switch into a close combat.
Mm. Yeah, it was always going to pick up something.
Yeah. But now he gets good positioning again. Clicking full switch. Could almost do it again here. I feel like if Quavel's got like a lot of attack investment or a damage boosting item, it'll kill it. It's a Basque Legion.
Yeah, he's obviously got something in place that he wants the Basculation in front of the Slow King because it's twice he's put it in front of it now.
Which is interesting because it's probably just like Wave Crash here, which is strong, especially if it's adaptability, which you'd think it would be without a rain setter.
Mm.
It may also be choice because it clicked flip turn earlier.
Yeah, this is fair.
This Slow
Might just
King's
be
pretty
anything.
obviously Spadef as
Pivot
well.
into a pivot.
It tanked the Greninja's Dark Pulse so well, so you know you can probably kill it from here.
Yeah, I wonder if it just uses it to pivot again.
Which is also a fine play.
Expecting a switch on the Slow King.
Goes weird here. And it was Wave Crash. There you go.
Yeah, it's probably
Weird
choice then. Hey?
I would agree, but it's -1. It's probably back to neutral. I would say it's I mean, choice scarf is good because you outspeed something like this.
Yeah, but
Um,
if he's choice, he's going to have to swap here because you would assume dry skin.
yeah, for sure. It's a pretty free turn for Marvin then. I don't
Yeah,
think Heliolisk
not a bad
gets set
sack.
up. Yeah, I don't think Heliolisk gets set up besides like agility. Because I don't think it gets nasty plot or calm mind.
Into this team, agility expert belt could be nasty.
Yeah, I think it gets grass knot as well. So it can hit like kilowatt roll, even though that wouldn't be very strong. But it's a good thing kilowatt was taking some chip. He goes hard into it and Drampa. Switch
Yeah,
right
well
back
read.
out.
Well read not to get tempted by an electric move there.
Yeah. Drampa, as we saw for like a second then, is Cloud9 just to get rid of any rain that the boss man might have brought.
Yeah,
But he didn't.
smart bring on the Cloud9 from Marvin.
Air slash doesn't do much. Energy ball, bang. That's a big
Yeah, no,
kill.
that is a big kill.
I feel like
That means
yeah,
you can pretty much have Helios come in and just free kill now.
yeah, could go crazy, especially if it's like choice scarf. It'll just outspeed everything.
Oh,
Outrage.
outrage! Wow.
Did he expect Drampa to come? That's good prep if that's the case.
Yeah, it must have been because otherwise, well, what are you bringing outrage for?
Yeah, that's This mod has been surprisingly good in this game, but
Yeah,
I feel like a well placed Urshifu probably does a little bit more.
yeah. For a mon that both of us sort of didn't really see the reason for bringing, it's definitely contributing.
Yeah. Um, what do you go into here if you're Marvin? Because nothing would take it that well if it's choice band outrage. Oh, there we go again.
The fake out again just does so much damage on the Megalopunny.
It's so ridiculous. What is this extension that he has? Did you see that? It was like calcs or something on the side. That was cool. I kind of want that.
Oh, we've missed something. So the Basculegion went
Oh,
into outrage,
it
and then
did like
Lopunny
half
killed
its
with
health.
close combat.
Yeah. Backhand, the Slow King. Oh, break. Oh, just doesn't do 50. It's got
Still just
leftovers anyway.
still just eats, man. This thing's such a pain.
And now a psychic move is very, very free into this team. You'll hit everything for super effective.
Mm.
I think because that Greninja's mixed, it means that it's just not strong enough either way to two-shot this Slow King.
Yeah, which
But
means
I
you can
guess,
switch it out and bring it back in.
yeah, I guess you'd probably have to go like max attack if you're going to run Brick Break. It might even be. It's just Slow King's that bulky.
Yeah, I mean, Brick Break doesn't kill, which means if Slowking's running Psychic, which you imagine it would, it probably kills the Greninja.
Yeah. Or anything he switches into, except maybe Toxapex.
Mm.
Goes Protect, Brick Break. Protect's interesting. Maybe he was trying to stall out rain turns.
Mm.
He thought that was
Even
important.
just to get the little bit of extra regen is handy.
Yeah. I think it's good because he's probably expecting like a Mega Swampert or Barraskewda with a strong fighting move in the rain.
Yep.
Brick Break again. Geez, that's a lot. And Psyche finishes it off.
Yeah, so Marvin's pretty much going to outspeed everything that's left unless Quaquaval can get set up. So
Yeah.
you probably have to go into Quaquaval and Aqua Step here.
And that's what
Yeah.
he's done. Giving him a
So
mind game.
I'm thinking Marvin probably anticipates the Aqua Step, goes into Heliolisk to eat it.
Yeah, I mean you can click Protect here and see what he does.
Mm.
Although if he has like Swords Dance or something, that's almost GG. Although,
Yep.
no, it doesn't matter. Close combat one-shots everything anyway. Yep, there you go. Bang.
Yeah, probably had to.
I still think that's the right call. I think if he did that earlier, he'd be in a better spot, though. And it's life orb, so that was always killing from full HP if it was normal terror.
Mm.
Now,
So
I don't know.
I guess you go back into Lopunny here because he's going to want to keep some special for the Toxapex.
Well, like, this thing's faster. You know it's not choice
Mm.
scarf because it's still life orb damage.
True. And at
It's
minus
also a free
defense,
attack.
it's going to kill.
This thing not being able to get aquajated is a big deal too. If it is like sash or something in the end, or scarf. Marvin running really low on time here, and
Yeah, he's
Bossman.
taking his time.
Toxapex agility. There it is.
Yeah,
Ooh.
nice.
Is Heliolisk faster than Keldeo? Well, I mean, Keldeo could be Scarf. That's understandable. He clicks Thunder. Jeez, and it
Oh,
almost
wow.
kills.
Jeez, this is going to be a race to the bottom here with the Heliolisk and Bossman's team.
Yeah, he had Thunderbolt. That is very weird that he clicked Thunder there, because Thunderbolt was definitely two-shotting as well. So that was a big risk. Maybe he thought Thunder O-code would have had to, you'd think. Thunderbolt. Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
massive crit.
Oh,
Do you reckon that kills without the crit?
I don't know. It depends what item it is. If it's like Expert Belt or something, I think it would.
And the regenerator comes in, so Thunderbolt's probably not killing on the Toxapex now.
I think it will. I think it'll do like 57 minimum.
Yeah, he can just protect though and keep the toxic damage ticking down.
Well,
Oh, no.
yeah, no Protect there is a bit strange, because you'd probably want Toxic. And Thunderbolt wraps it up. That is
Yeah,
strange. I feel
wow.
like you'd want to click, you want to like risk a double Protect there. I think that was your only chance at winning.
Well, yeah, even if he one protects, he gets some comeback from the leftovers, and then Thunderbolt's probably only just killing.
Yeah. I don't know, because I don't think Quavo 1v1's Lopunny anyway, because Fake Out into return or Fake Out into close combat probably always kills.
Yeah, this is true. It was probably always Marvin sort of when there was sort of 3 Pokemon left from there.
Yeah. Marvin thought Quavo was Scarf.
Yeah, Scarf
mean-
Quaquable's scary as hell. Anything with Moxie and Scarf is terrifying.
Yeah, well, the way you've used Buzzwole this season.
Yeah,
Not
Buzzwole's
Moxie,
cleaned
but
up for me.
basically is.
And even Heracross, you get Moxie Scarf, and it can just tear a team apart.
Yeah. Yeah, in the heat of the moment, you can sometimes forget that you've already seen an item, and then you're like, oh shit, what if it's this item that I was really scared of?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a huge win for Marvin. I think that's put him in a great spot to potentially make finals, and it's going to hurt Bossman's chances a lot. But
Yeah.
I think the winner of this would finish fourth, probably no matter what, unless Dossa, who's Fairy, or Doriki, who's Dragon, completely bomb out the rest of the season. So
Yeah, which can be done. I nearly played myself out of finals on my run to the championship last season.
yeah, yeah, you would have been the most out of form player going into finals, and
Yeah,
then still won it.
I think I was on a 4 straight losing streak coming in.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Anyway, great battle. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
And with that, another week comes to a close. In regards to the match between the Fishiest Fiends and the Pink Ponyta Club, as the latter was the one to time out, the win does go to the Fishiest Fiends. But this doesn't change any of their differentials. The other result gave us Team Awesome with the 3-0 win over the Nari Ninetales. For the rest of the league, in the Zangoose Conference, Confe spelled backwards beat the Slow Queens 3-0, the Stealth Squadron took the 4-0 win over the Swanky Sweepers, and the Cranny Maggies won 1-0 over the Fish and Crips. In the Survivor Conference, the Universe Unknown took the 5-0 win over the Druid Dittos, the Southside Spice with the 5-0 victory over the Cracked Samsungs, and the Primapes won 4-0 against the Vibey Vulpix. Moving on to the ladders, and in the Zangoose Conference, the final spot for finals has changed hands, with no differential changing for the Fishiest Fiends. Even with the win, they have dropped out of the finals bracket with 2 weeks to go, but there is still time for them to take it back. In the Survivor Conference, the same teams as the last few weeks are still fighting over those last few spots in finals. At this point, it is still anyone's game to make it. Moving on to the Golden Fist, and in the captain's bracket, after a dominant start to the season, Electric's Blissey has dropped out of the top 5 position, while Ice's Landorus Incarnate has moved into that spot. In the full league table, we have a few new members who have made it into the top 5, with Dragon's Como-O taking back its position in the top tables, but it has now been joined by Fairy's Tinkerton, with both Normal's Hisuian Zoroark and Bug's Buzzwole leaving the top 5 after this round. That's all from us this week. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.